Hey, what's up? It's your girl Lala, but y'all already knew that. Duh. Um, by the title, y'all already could see what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be updating y'all on my life. As y'all know, I already introduced y'all to her. Hey.
How y'all doing?
Mm, I already introduced y'all to her. What been going on in my life because I've been real absent from YouTube for a couple of days. Um, I've been taking a step back from YouTube, but I'm back and I'm better. When I took a step back from YouTube, it was because I was going through a lot with not only myself, but not only with myself, but with family and with friends who I thought was my friends, and just with a lot in general. When I came to YouTube about me feeling like my depression was taking over and I was crying. I had all different types of emotions, and I didn't know what to do. And I felt like YouTube is my therapy where I can talk to y'all and y'all can actually see what I'm going through. In the last 2 weeks, y'all have seen me at my downfall. Um, I have lost a friend. I have lost kids that was very important to me. I have lost someone that I thought was my friend. And the fact that I thought this person was my friend, I brought this person into my home and I cared for them like there was no other. I feel like sometimes people take my kindness for weakness. And I feel like that's a lot where it comes to me getting depressed and feeling like why me? Like why they gotta do me like that? And I'm the nicest person ever. Yeah, I have an attitude, but who doesn't? I was born in this world with attitude. Um, but being the fact that I was raised by someone so strong and someone who taught me that no matter what you go through, you gotta bounce back like it ain't nothing. So even though it took me 2 weeks or a week or whatever to bounce back and actually get me together and get happy within myself and then allow someone else to come into my life and then make me more happy than I already am. A lot of people don't understand that I battle with bipolar disorder, anxiety, depression. I battle with all of that. So within battling with that and then have to deal with people leaving out of your life every day, you get scared on who to let in your life, who to let around you, who to let in your circle, who to introduce to your mom, who to say, oh, this is my best friend. I'm scared to use the best friend card. I mean, I might say bestie, but I'm not gonna say my best friend because I had it somebody that I thought was my best friend, and that person turned out to be someone that went back and told everything talked about me who say with people who say they care about me as a friend. I don't feel like I have any friends. I feel like I have when I call you if I call you my sister, my brother, anything, you're not my friend, you're my family. Period. And I just feel like for the last couple of weeks I just haven't been myself, and usually I'm uploading quick. Like I'm always on it. I'm always doing something. Um, but a lot of the last week has been. It has this last week. Yeah, I mean, what relationship doesn't get into arguments? But we don't get into arguments where we be like, boom, like you gotta go. I'm done. Period. We get into arguments where I'll turn around, and if I feel like I'm wrong, I apologize. If she feel like she's wrong, she'll apologize. But she's amazing. She is. She's sweet. She's kind. She's different. She might be stubborn. When I say stubborn, y'all know I mean stubborn. She might be stubborn, but she's really down to earth. Like she understands that I have different types of emotions, but she also understands it because she has people in her circle in her life that also deals with what I deal with. Depression is something that can take over you. When I say it takes over you to the point where you could get suicidal. You can cry for days and nobody see you. You won't even eat. Like, I know because I used to harm myself. Used to. Not now. Used to. I used to harm myself due to the fact, and this is when I was like 17, 18. I used to harm myself because I felt like, am I good enough to be here? Like, especially dealing with the things I dealt with my father, especially dealing with going to high school and being bullied and all of that. Like, especially dealing with that. Like, especially dealing with the fact that sometimes, like, I be like, oh, sometimes, like, when I was around that age, I wish that I was smaller because then people would, but then I had to learn to love me. And if I didn't love me, how can somebody else love me? Period. Um, but depression is not something to play with. I know I said this at the last point of my video, but I forgot to put it in there. So I'm going to put it in there. But at the end of my video, I am going to drop a number for anybody that's dealing with depression, because I feel like depression is taking over a lot of people's bodies and minds and thoughts. And even if you don't know me and you see me or you watch my videos and you need somebody to talk to, my DMs is always open 24/8.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
And depression comes in a lot of forms. Like, it can be money wise. It can be, you know, the bills behind the kids. You know, it is, depression has a lot to do with life. You know, and I always say, this is my quote. I always say, life is what you make it. If you make your life hard, guess what? Your life is going to be hard. If you make your life, and not saying life is easy, because once you older and you get responsibilities and stuff, that kid stuff is out the window. So life is not hard, but you have to make it to where a point where you can be comfortable in your life. If you're not comfortable in your life, you cannot have nobody else in your life that's gonna be comfortable if you're not comfortable. So, like she said, there's a lot of people that's out there dealing with depression, and I've seen since my 30 years of living, I've seen a lot of people going through this. Like, people saying they hear people talking to them, and and sometimes, like, now if I wasn't experienced in stuff like that, I would have thought they were crazy or something like that. But me being that I have people in my life that goes through stuff like that, I know how to deal with it. You know, like, I was once before depressed when I was younger. I remember it like it was yesterday. I fell asleep with a knife on my chest. My mama came in the house. She thought I was dead. It's been plenty of times that I wanted to kill myself. But I had to think about it. Like, if I kill myself, I'm selfish because I have people out there that loves me. You know? So I have to think about them. And now when I got older, with my first child, I had got what's the thing is when you first have a baby is what is it?
Postpartum depression.
Yeah, that. I had that with my first child, and I'm gonna tell you this, it's not a pretty sight. You don't want to be bothered with the baby. Even when she get older, you don't want to get bothered. You don't want to be bothered. But I had to actually talk to myself and be like, it's not her fault that she's here. I was young. I didn't know anything about taking care of a baby. Even though I was 19, I was still young, but she taught me because I was in the streets real bad. You know, I used to come in the house 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, didn't care. But, you know, the older I got and the more experience that I had got with my child, I realized that my kid was more important than being out there in the streets.
But with a lot of people, see, with her, she realized like her child was her wake up call. When my mama had me, my mama was 17 years old. My mama dropped everything. She ain't care. The only thing that makes me mad is that my mother had to do it by herself. She didn't lay down and had me by herself. So why she gotta raise me by herself? My mama dropped out of high school. My mama made sure that she provided for me. And even with her kids today, my mama would not eat to make sure that her kids is good. I seen my mama go days and not eat nothing but a salad to make sure that her kids ate. People don't understand that depression. I know my mama has some depression, but deep down inside, she not gonna show it to her kids because she feels like she's our rock when she's down. And I know when my mom breaking down because I done seen my mom at her low. And for her to be like, okay, well, she had to realize like her child was her wake up call. That's good because my father he didn't realize, like his wake up call wasn't until I was grown and on my own and was able to do with everything that my mom built me into being. Like, my mom built me into this strong woman I am today. My mom built me on how I am. And every day, I give my mom the props because every day I wake up and I'm blessed to have my mom. Because sometimes people are not, sometimes one day somebody's not going to be blessed to have their mom. There's a lot of people out here that don't even have their mom. So I'm blessed to have mine. And I don't take that I don't take advantage of that in no type of way. I might sometimes get mad at her and be like, I'm not going to talk to you. But in reality, I'm going to kiss up to my mom because at the end of the day, that's my mom. And without her, I wouldn't be here. Without her, I wouldn't know what to do. I wouldn't know how to survive. Period.
True. And speaking of dads, my dad... what can I say about that man? My dad was never there for me when I was young. So, you know, and he's still not here. Like, he came in and out my life. He been in and out my life my whole life. You know, he has 2 kids and both of them girls. I have kids and my sister have kids, and God knows where he's at. I pray every day that he's okay, you know, but I'm to the point where now I really just, I do my shoulders like this, like.
And with her saying that, another thing that I realized about myself is that when I used to get in relationships and people used to do me wrong, I used to give them second chances because I wanted to give my dad a second chance. And I realized, like, the anger that I had for my dad and the resentment that I had, and as much as people did me wrong, I felt like it's my duty to give them a second chance. But I realized everybody don't deserve a second chance. Everybody don't deserve a second chance at all.
Yeah, you're right. Everybody don't deserve a second chance. 'Cause I always say it. Well, I put it like this. Some people say, what they did to you the first time around, they'll do it again. But it depends on the situation. You know what I mean? It really depends on the situation or what really happened down the line or whatever. But I've given people more than 2 chances. I gave people a lot of chances, and every time I gave them a chance, they messed up. And like I said in the beginning, I got a big heart. Like, I care about everybody. But once you screw me over, it's kind of hard to even gain my trust back.
What I'm gonna say? I know y'all see me playing in my hair. Y'all know me, and I always have weave in my hair. So this natural thing is new to me, for real.
I like natural. I'm natural.
Actually, by the way, she did my hair.
Yeah,
she did my hair.
I did that.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification button so you get them dings every time I upload. But you already know it's your girl Lala, and I'm out. Bye.